Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you the game between Grandmaster Praggnanandha and Grandmaster Anish Giri of Meltwater Champions 2022. Alright, let's start. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop C4, Knight F6. Tawag ko sa opening ay Giuoco piano. D3 protecting E4, Bishop C5, C3, D6. Ito po yung main line ng Giuoco piano. Castling, A6, intending to play B5, Bishop B3, castling, Knight BD2, Rook E8, H3 preventing Bishop G5 or Knight G4, Bishop G4 or Knight G4, Knight 6, Rook E1, Bishop E6, Bishop C2, Bishop A7, Knight F1, D5, challenge pawn, capture D5, Bishop takes D5, Knight G3, Queen D6, Knight H4, Knight E7, Bishop E3, capture E3, Rook takes E3, G6, Queen E2, Knight C6, Rook E1, battery, Rook D8, Knight F3, King G7, A3, B5, King H2, Bishop takes F3, Rook takes F3, Knight D5, Queen D2, Queen E7, Bishop D3, Queen G5, challenge Queen, Queen takes G5, pawn takes D5, Knight E4, attacking G5, Knight F4, threatening D3, Knight takes G5, F6, then Knight F7, threatening Rook D8. Dito hindi niya po kinapture yung kung analyze natin, hindi niya po kinapture yung D3 kasi meron pong Rook takes F4. Yan po ang posibleng mangyari. And then, nakahang po yung Rook sa E8. Po. Kaya, ang tinira ay Rook D8, D4, Knight A5, threatening Bishop, Bishop A2, capture D4, Rook takes C8, Rook E8, Rook takes F4, capture C3, B takes C3, Rook E2, threatening Bishop, D5, C6, capture C6, Knight takes C6, Knight B6, F5, C4, challenge pawn, B4, capture B4, Knight takes B4, C5, threatening Knight, Knight C6, G4, capture G4, H takes G4, Knight E5, King G3, Rook C2, threatening C5, Knight E8 check, King G8, Knight F6, King G7, Knight E8, King G8, Rook A4, threatening A6, Rook C3 check, King F4, Knight E3 check, 5, Knight takes C5, Rook B4, King F7, Knight D6 check, King E6, Knight B7, challenge Knight, Knight D3 check, Rook B6 check, King E5, Rook F6, preventing Knight F4, Rook C4, Rook F8, then Knight F4, Knight D, Knight D8, preventing Knight E6, Knight H3 check, King H4, Knight F4, F3, A5, King G5, A4, Knight F7 check, King E6, Knight H8, A3, Rook A8, Knight H3 3 check, king h4, knight f4, rook a6 check, king e7, g5, knight h3 check, king h6, rook f3, knight g6 check, king d7, g5, king c7, at f4, challenge, rook c6, rook a4, a2, f5, rook c5, knight s4, rook c2, protecting, g6, knight f2, g7, knight g4 check, king g5. At yan, nag-resign na rin po si Grandmaster Anish Giri. Kung itutuloy po natin, ang tira ay promote, then capture, followed by knight e3, g8 queen, rook c4, at rook a7 check, king d6, king b8, ayan po, and white mates after check, king c8, king b5, rook d, and one move checkmate sa a8. Ayan po ang continuation. Ayan po ang kanilang naging laban. Hanggang dito na lang po. Maraming salamat. See you next time. Bye.